Good afternoon, everybody. This is March the 14th. This is the policy review. My name is Bucky Scott. We can have everybody introduce themselves who are here. Sorry. Anybody?
Kristen Thompson.
Rob Rowley.
Brett Cooper.
So I understand we have 3 policies that we have to go over. First one is extracurricular participation by home education students.
Okay, first, for
Thank you,
newer
Rob.
board members, I'll just give you some background about what the school district is required to do with homeschooling students. Typically, in Daniel Boone, we have, at a non-COVID year, we'll have about 60-some homeschooling students. That's basically the parents are teaching them from home. That's the essence of it. We're required by state code to allow them to participate in extracurricular activity. That is stated in our board policy. It's consistent with that. Basically, if they're residents and they meet our eligibility requirements, that includes academics. If they're in extracurriculars, they have to provide our athletic office with weekly updates like we do. The homeschool evaluator, which is the parent, must provide them with weekly updates in regards to that. The reason why this policy is up there is a couple small updates, not huge. One is required by code, and you can see it's in boldface print already in there. It says including as applicable the JROTC units, and that has to be in there, not just the extracurricular. Historically, we've done that with our JROTC. We have not excluded them, but this was put in Pennsylvania code, and that's why it's in there. And you can see the number 6 next to it. Also, the word "the student" it was added to that, but that's not really that substantive. So it's a pretty easy policy. Any issues with that? I think that should be the first reading, probably.
I think we're good. Does that conclude that, Rob?
Yes.
Thank you. Our second policy is Title I, comparability of services.
Okay. Every so many years we have to review our Title I policies to make sure we're in compliance. This one is up for review. If you scroll down in boldface words, you can see the word grade span, and that's put in there. That's been added to the policy itself. The other thing I would recommend, this is pretty straightforward, and this just has to do with titles in our district. It should be changed from business manager to chief financial officer. If you check that, Bucky, down there, cross out.
So check that and just cross it out.
And put chief financial officer. And if you go to the second page, the same thing. And all we're doing is just changing. Every district has their own unique titles for positions. And same thing, business manager is crossed out, and it's called chief financial officer here. So that's pretty routine also.
Oh, okay, I see. Do I want to check that off also?
Yep.
Okay.
And if there's no problems, that would certainly move to first reading.
You guys have any issues?
This is pretty straightforward.
I just want to include them. All right. Our third is, you said this is a little bit more involved, school security personnel.
Yeah, there's some Daniel Boone things that need to be taken care of, which I'll kind of go through, and then there's a change of reasonable substance, but not in practice, but it's required by code to be in here, so we want to add that to our policy, and there's nothing that can be crossed out because this is a template from PASMO, and it's not applicable to us. First, if you scroll down, Bucky, this deals with school security personnel, and it says the school safety and security coordinator, and I believe, Brad, we've titled this district security officer as our title for the position, not school safety and security coordinator.
So you want me to change that?
Yes, that should be crossed out. School safety and security coordinator should be changed to district security officer.
All right, I'm just going to get rid of the from school to coordinator.
Yes.
Okay,
Right underneath of that, and when it says oversee, I would say school security guards.
just check that
There's
off.
3 things you could check. I would check that one.
Okay,
And then you might want to say, let me change I'm thinking out loud. How about contracted school security guards? Let's call it that way, because they're actually, we outsource that piece.
contracted school security guards.
Yes.
Okay,
Then I would scroll, or go down to page 2. This is a new statement. It's in bold there, but I'll highlight it because that's really the important piece. This is already done at Daniel Boone. We were a little bit ahead in terms of getting threat assessment teams together. But in this policy, number 6 is a change, and it says, serve on the district's threat assessment teams and participate in required training and threat assessment process. We do that at Daniel Boone. We've been trained. We have threat assessment teams at every building. For those of you who are new, anytime a student makes a threat, says something, we look at a group of people get together who've been trained and on this, and they look at what we're dealing with in that particular situation. And so obviously you want your person who is the head of security on that team, and that's codifies that in policy. If you go down a little bit, Bucky,
yeah,
underneath the number 7 where it says the board directs do you see we're going to change the wording again to district security officer?
the first one, it says school safety and security. I don't have to worry about that. Just school safety and, okay.
It says the board directs the district security officer. It should be district security officer, not school safety and security coordinator. That'll be a change from what's written in this.
Okay.
You got that?
Yeah. I'm just changing the one, right? Or is there, oh, I see, sorry. There's another one.
Where it says by June 30th.
I don't think I...
Okay, each year, just background information, each year in June, and previously it was Greg, and the district security officer will make a report to the board. It will be an executive session because it deals with safety and security. For these ones here, the number 1 is that, which is in bold right now, obviously that's required. It says the threat assessment team information, basically the number of threats, that'll be reported to you in that report.
Mm-hmm.
It is anyway, I'll just tell you that right up front, but nonetheless, you want to get that codified because people change, as we all know. The other ones, when you look at it, we have check boxes for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are down there.
Right.
We can check what we want there. I'll certainly give you my recommendation of what we want to include in that report, my policy. And really, this is word of mouth. We do it now, but we're codifying all this in policy. My recommendation would be in that report. I'd have that person in that position report all the way up until including 9. They don't write grants for the district. I write the grants for the district, so I wouldn't have them report on 10. I can certainly talk to you about grants anytime you want to.
So 2 through 9. Check 2 through 9.
That's what I would do. It's up to you guys, but just looking at those.
Anybody against that?
Does that make sense?
We're kind of leaning on you here. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Do I need to do anything with the number 10? Just leave it blank.
Just cross out 10, just so it's not confusing.
Okay. All right, can we go on to page 3, I guess? School police.
Okay, the next paragraph, it deals with weapons and the school security officer. Currently, our policy is they don't carry weapons. That's been debated with previous boards. That's always changeable by you guys if you want to, but currently our school security officers do not carry weapons.
We don't, yeah, we're good with that. But do I want to change to under guidelines? Contract is,
If nothing's changed there, you want to, these where it says under guide, where you see guidelines, it's not, those are specific, like school police officers is a specific PDE name, and it requires certain things. Our security officer is not considered a school police officer under.
so do I just cross it?
Basically, it's that part, our security officer is a retired law enforcement person, but they are not currently like, I'm going to arrest you, law enforcement. We have to partner, and the state police are going to do that. We have to partner with, if we had a local community for the high school where more car incidents occur than other buildings, you have to partner with it. It's a separate issue, a separate law with that. And Bucky, where you would cross out the rest of that page all the way over until, and I'll go to where our spot starts.
From guidelines down?
Yeah, we keep going to the next page,
The whole page, cross it out.
and I'll make sure, when I review your stuff, I'll make sure they're crossed out right. They don't, but I would cross out because we're not an SRO, school resource officer.
Okay.
That is not, so that's not applicable either.
So next, that whole next page is gone too?
Yep. And that language would be applicable if indeed we had what was called school resource officer. Up until security guard, and then the other language under background checks, we already do that, but that needs to be added. It's pretty straightforward.
All right, so again, page 3, I'm going to go now what? I'm going to go all the way down to
Cross
background
page
checks?
3, go over to page 4, cross all of that out. Up until the top of page 5, up until.
That's what I meant.
Security guard.
All right. To school security guard.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not being clear.
No, I just want to make sure before I cross it out. Okay.
That's boilerplate text should we choose to employ under those titles in which we are not as a district. Under requirements, number 6, I would add a number 6 under requirements. And under school security cards, I would put report to the district security officer. Basically, Jeff, who is our current district security officer, assigns them to football games, basketball games. So many people would make sure that we have appropriate staffing in each building. He's basically running the show with those people, although they're outsourced to the company. He's basically telling them where to go. He liaisons with the company itself.
The company that you use.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I apologize. I'm not sure exactly what you want me to.
So I would put down under requirements on page 5.
On page? Okay, under requirements, okay.
It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I put number 6.
6 is on the next.
Now I would put 6 there, and I would change that to say report to district security officer. And I would make what is number 6, number 7.
All right, so just put report to district office. Okay, and then where it says 6, I'll make that number 7.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Are we doing something, or are we just leaving that blank, that next line about the carrying a firearm?
Let me just make sure.
I don't mean to jump it. You know it. Underneath of 7.
Yeah, ours don't carry firearms, and neither do the hired security guards. They do not also, so I'll leave that blank, because that'll
Okay. I don't have to write anything.
No, you can either cross that or leave it blank, it'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll fix it from there. And do you see the boldface? It says the district shall make reports regarding the hiring and separation and shall maintain all records as required for a law enforcement agency in accordance with applicable laws and regulations. And I would check all three of those.
Okay.
And the big one is a memorandum of understanding that we have with the Downey Township Police Departments. And we also have a memorandum of understanding with the state police. Birdsboro Police is very cooperative with us, although our high school is not in Birdsboro, and we currently don't have a school in the Birdsboro community. Although I will say they're still partners with us informally, and we can pick
So
up.
God forbid,
They just won't, yeah.
they'll come.
They indicated off the record that they will do that.
Right, yeah, I got you. That's good.
And that is what we have for you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Ron. Unless someone else has any questions, that's going to... Do you guys have any questions? No. Okay, that completes our policy review committee meeting for March the 14th. Thank you.